So the Capitol Wrestling Center, which is the PC but not the PC, is the new home to NXT. Yep, that sounds as equally confusing as I was when they made this amazing announcement at like 10 a.m. yesterday. We're talking about that. We're reviewing Nxt Takeover 31. Welcome to another episode of Kimmy Talks Wrestling. So it's draft week, so welcome to draft week, but we're not talking about the draft yet. That will be either tomorrow or Wednesday. But we're talking about Nxt Takeover 31, which was last night, and this was an amazing card from start to finish. 5 amazing matches, and if you had not checked out Nxt Takeover yet, I highly recommend you do. It was so good. We're going to talk about the main event a little bit, but besides that, I don't think there was a bad part of the show. So, please check it out. So, I'm going to start with the Capitol Wrestling Center, because I understand what you're trying to do, because you're trying to emulate the Thunderdome. But why? First of all, I'm agreeing with every single person on Twitter last night that had said that all these fans that were in attendance should not have been in attendance. There were people obviously taking their masks off. They were not 6 feet apart. People were on top of each other. Like, what? And I'm sorry. Like, I understand you're trying to do, like, okay, half Thunderdome, half real fans, but there was such an easier way to do it. I hate that you put, like, the steel on the plexiglass. I feel like it looks super weird. I am not a fan. I am sorry. I understand that Hunter was trying to do, like, this whole new edgy take. It's just not working for me. I'm sorry. But, besides that, let's get started. So, the first match, as announced on the pre-show, was Johnny Gargano versus Damian Priest. Oh my god. There's a reason they call Johnny Mr. Takeover. He literally knocks out of the park every single time he has a match takeover. And I said this on my predictions that this was the match that was going to steal the card. And that, for me, this was the match. It was hard-hitting from start to finish. Johnny and Damian just did one hell of a job. Great offense from both, great defense from both. There was not a bad part. Like, the match was so high-paced. Just exactly what you expected, and it was amazing. I would have loved a different outcome, don't get me wrong, but this was really good. Priest gets the win, which I was a little shocked about, but with it being the draft, we really don't know still if NXT is taking part of the draft. There has been rumors of both. There was a tweet that was actually deleted. So, WWE tweeted, I believe it was yesterday, it was like, who do you think the first draft pick is going to be for Raw and SmackDown? The original tweet said NXT, but they deleted it. So, I know we have 4 days until the first day of the draft, so I don't know if they're still kind of, like, on the fence about it. Like, obviously, are there going to be NXT people that are allowed to make the jump to Raw and SmackDown? I'm assuming they are, but as Hunter said in that conference call, he has no idea. And we're 4 days away. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for Friday morning? Like, come on, WWE. So, I would definitely say that since both of them lost, I don't know if maybe they're going to make the main roster jump. I think for Johnny it makes sense too, but I feel like for Candice it's a little too early. I mean, she hasn't even, I understand there's many people that have not won NXT titles that have made that jump to Raw and SmackDown, but, I just feel like she deserves the NXT Women's Championship before she gets there. But, amazing match. Amazing. Best match in the card for me. The second match, it was a slow pace at first. So Kushida versus Velveteen Dream. So I don't know if I was the only one who caught this, but the beginning of Dream's entrance, he either came out way too early or whatever, because he came out, looked confused, started saying what's going on or whatever, and then he made his entrance. So I don't know if there was a mistake there, if that was maybe intentional or not, but it confused me. And then Kushida attacked from behind, and the match just gets started. So this, for me, it was very slow paced at first, and then it quickly brought up. Kushida obviously won. It was one of the few predictions I was right about. My predictions yesterday were very much lacking. Kushida takes the win here, and Kushida heel is just amazing. He attacked Dream after the match, so I know that this is not the last time the two of them will see each other. Obviously, there's probably going to be, the rematch is probably going to be this coming Wednesday, or even probably a Halloween Havoc. But this was a good match. You know, obviously this was the only match on the card without a title, and it was pretty shocking that actually Gargano and Priest kicked off, because usually they always do the match. It doesn't have a championship match first to kind of get the crowd hyped, and they do title. But this was good. You know, they're good wrestlers. I can't wait to see what's next for them. The Cruiserweight Championship match, that was good. So I don't really watch NXT as often, because I do, if you watch every video on the channel, you know that we review AEW instead of NXT every week. So I really didn't know Santos what was his style, if he was that good of a wrestler. And I've seen Swerve live. I saw him during WrestleMania week last year. This was incredible. So it was history too, because this is the first time the Cruiserweight title was ever defended on NXT Takeover. Hard hitting from start to finish, great offense, great defense. Santos could definitely make it as a top heel. I really want him to be, I don't want him to drop the Cruiserweight title yet, but once he gets there, I would definitely want to see him in a main title picture, even if he just fiddles around with the North American title for a little bit. That would be something really good too. Swerve is just an amazing an amazing wrestler. Once he gets to that status, you'll definitely see him in the North American title picture. This was good. This was really hard hitting. This was definitely a good filler between Kushida and Dream, and then the women's match we were going to see next. I enjoyed it. This women's match was interesting, though. So, I very much was banking on the fact that Lorraine was going to win. I was going to be shocked. I thought Shirai was going to make the jump to, Raw. Because the Raw women's division needs help. Because they have so many people, but they don't know what they're doing. So, it's very confusing. So, I was thinking, okay, maybe Shirai or maybe one or two other women are going to make that jump to Raw to help the division out. Nope. So, Lorraine hits the ref. Johnny comes out to pretends to be the ref, and Johnny just fails miserably. So, I loved the memes all morning that it was if Bayley would have come out and done it, Bayley would have gotten the job done. Johnny is just a terrible ref. Jeez, people. I love the internet wrestling community. You guys are so much fun. So Shirai gets the win here, but what's next for Lorraine? Is she obviously we're gonna talk about what happens after this match, but what's next for Candice? Is she gonna is she going to go back in the title picture? Is she making the jump? There's so many questions. What is there left for the Garganos to do, basically? But we have two new people that are back. So Shirai wins, Candice and Johnny leave, and you see the Titantron, you see Toni Storm come back. Love her. So she says she's back in NXT and she's going after Shirai, and then if we've seen the videos the past couple weeks of who that person was going to be that was eyeing the title with the night vision goggles, and it was Ember Moon. She's been out for at least a year. So this was huge to see her. I know a lot of people were banging on Bo, and I loved her tweet that it was you really have to believe it's me, or something like that, but she was poking at everybody because everyone's it's Bo, we can't be anyone else but Bo. Okay, bro. It was Ember. So I'm very excited to see what's next. I think an Ember Shirai feud is going to be phenomenal. I think if you put Storm in that to make it a triple threat match, it's probably going to be one hell of a match too. So I don't know if you're going to do that at Halloween Havoc. We have a lot of options. But this was definitely really cool. So, good job, WWE. And welcome back, Ember and Tony. Halloween Havoc's coming up. So this is quite interesting that you're technically having a pay-per-view special, I think 3 weeks? 4 weeks? 4 weeks. Oh no, 3. I was right. 3 weeks after a takeover, and I understand you're gonna try to we're gonna get the ratings to AEW. Okay, no you're not. I'm sorry. I'm excited to see. It's interesting because it's saying Shotzi Blackheart's gonna host Halloween Havoc. And I don't think Takeover's ever had a host before, so I'm very intrigued to see what that means and what she's going to do. I would figure that she would try to get back in the title picture, so what? But that's something I'm excited to see. It's exciting. Halloween Havoc, it hasn't been an active pay-per-view in 20 years, so the fact that NXT is picking it up, it joins a very long list of WCW pay-per-views that they're stealing just because they don't want Cody to get it. You go, guys. Woo! You're so original, Hunter. You're so original. But with all that, it leads us into our main event. I feel so bad. I am so sorry. I liked it, but I didn't like it. So this match was very technical. And I was watching this with two people who don't watch wrestling. And I remember just they're like, why is it so slow? Why is it taking so long? I'm like, it's going to pick up. I promise. It's going to pick up. And it just didn't. It didn't pick up. I'm not that much of a technical wrestler fan. I'm not a big fan of it. I am, Rollins isn't a technical wrestler. Rollins is I'm going to call him a monkey because he just bounces back and forth and does 500 million things. But Rollins' style is just so much fast pace, and this wasn't that. It was so slow. It was so technical wise. It was phenomenal. If that is your style and you like that wrestling, this is the best match on the card for you. It was, but it was just too slow for me. I really couldn't get into it. It was just lock after lock after lock after lock. Very few points did it get to a fast pace, and it just wasn't it for me. I mean, I hope Riley and Balor are okay, because if you did see this morning, Riley, according to WWE, Riley has broken teeth, and then Balor was going to the hospital to see if his jaw was broken. So this was actually really bad too, because at the end of the match, you just see Balor's whole mouth was bleeding. He literally looked like he was wearing lipstick. I felt so bad. So prayers out to them. But I just wasn't into this match. And I knew it was going to be technical, and I knew it was going to be very, very, grounded, but I just thought it was going to hit a higher pace. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to get hated for that. I very much did complain in the moment, but it just wasn't it. And in the end, oh my god, so, I didn't even know who Rich Holland was when he did come out. I thought it was Loomis who attacked Cole. That's who I thought it was. So the match ends. I think it was, Balor and O'Reilly were both in the ring, and Rich Holland is carrying Cole on his back, and he leaves him, and then Fish and Strong run out, and they're like, Cole, oh my god, and they were like to Balor, were you a part of this? Did you do this? And Balor's like, no, I had no idea. And Riley's like, oh my god, my friend. I did some research after the fact. So Rich Holland was a part of NXT UK. He was wrestled that Gargano beat to be in Takeover 30. I don't know. There's been so many rumors that Honestly Power was gonna break up. So I don't know if Holland is the leading way into that. I don't know if, I really don't know. I have so many questions of, what Rich Holland's purpose is going to be. So, yeah. Like I said, I thought it was a very good takeover. Was it the best takeover I've ever seen? No. But I thought it was good. I mean, I don't think you could honestly, sit through a takeover and say this was the worst thing I've ever seen. This is crap, because it's not going to be true. But, the main event was the one thing for me. I just thought it was going to be a way faster paced match. And if you did not watch what was after NXT Takeover, which was the WWE24 and Drew McIntyre, I highly recommend you watch it. It was so good. It's maybe about an hour and 10 to 15 minutes. It literally goes through Drew's whole career, him as a child, his relationships with his family, how close he is to them, his drinking problems. I didn't even know he had drinking problems until I watched this documentary. But, the wrestlers on Twitter didn't lie. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It was so good. WWE24 always does one hell of a job with putting these documentaries together, and they just proved it. They proved it with that one about Drew. So please go watch it. Please go watch NXT Takeover. And if you watch this whole video, comment your review to NXT Takeover. Hit that bell for notifications. I will see you tomorrow with a Raw review, and then we are going to break down the draft We are going to say who I think should go to a Brands, and I'm going to make a very nice argument as why Rollins should not move to SmackDown, because I'm the only one who thinks that. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time on another episode of Kimmy Talks Wrestling. Bye!